Welcome to this Akeyless tutorial video. In this video, we're going to talk about path templating for granting bulk user access to Akeyless in an automated fashion. There are generally two ways of granting human user access to resources in Akeyless. The first is granting each individual employee their specific access to secrets, targets, and other resources. The second option is to create a template for granting access to users based on their group and username. This is called path templating. For example, if I have an account with a specific group of subclaims, I may want to offer create or read access to secrets or targets within a user's unique path. Path templating allows us to do this for many users at once, rather than manually giving specific access to each individual user and role. In this example, we will be demonstrating how the IT admin will be able to grant all back-end team members and front-end team members read access to secrets in their personal folders. Moreover, we will give create access to secrets only to the back-end team members within their personal folders. Let's see how this is done in practice. Starting from the administrative side, we have Laura, the IT admin, who already uses Okta in her organization as the identity provider. Looking at the Okta account, we can see Alex and Mary in the organization. Each profile has specific attributes. In this case, we want to use the group name and display name, such as Alex G, as part of the path, which determines how the person is granted access to their secrets. Looking at our Akeyless account, we currently have two different folders, one for the backend dev team and one for the frontend. The backend dev team path has a folder for Alex, and the front-end path has a folder for Mary, which mirror the Okta setup. This ensures that their access is restricted to their specific paths. For instance, we can configure it so that Alex can see and read secrets in his path, but nothing else. With the initial setup, we can see we have access roles set for both the backend and front-end teams, with separate subclaims. To simplify this, we can use a single access role with path templating to give access to both. We start by creating a new role, called Dev Team. We then associate our auth method, including the groups and display name subclaims. Then we add our rules. By adding the groups and display name templates in the access path section, we are dynamically enabling specific path access for all users logging in with that authentication method. We can see the subclaims we just set here. Next, we log in as Alex with his SAML authentication method and credentials. We can see he only has access to the backend dev team path, and inside, only his path with the secret. We can also log in with the same authentication method, but this time with Mary's credentials. We see she only has access to the front-end dev team path and her folder inside. Laura has also determined that she needs to give the back-end team access to create new secrets. This can be done by going back to the access role and adding a new rule. This time, we are not using the full path as a template. Instead, we create the path with backend dev team / display name. Therefore, only those within the backend dev team path will have access to create secrets, and only in their path. Going back to Mary's account, let's refresh the page and see if she can create a secret. We see that she still cannot. However, when we log into Alex's account, we can see that he can successfully create a secret in his folder. To recap, we learned how to use path templating to give different types of access permissions to multiple users at once from just one access role, rather than creating separate access roles for each user or each group of users. Thanks for watching.